Watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
This segment sponsored by Carlson Financial.
Tax season is coming up, and there is a short window of opportunity to take action to keep taxes from taking too much of a bite out of your savings. Carl Carlson, founder and CEO of Carlson Financial, is here. And Carl, this is something that could actually mean thousands of dollars back in our pockets if we do the things that are right. So what's the big picture?
So take some study to try to figure it out and some planning. So you want to minimize what you have to pay in taxes today, but you also want to be minimizing what you're going to have to pay 10 years and 20 years from now. So all of it has to work together. And so you figure it out, but maybe it says, okay, this year I made a pretty good amount of money, but I still can do put money in a traditional IRA contribution. And if you can do that, then that's going to lower your tax bill. And let's say you can put $7,000 in there, and you're in a 20%, 22% tax bracket, but 20% is easier math. $7,000, 20% saved you $1,400.
Okay, so those are things that we can do and ask somebody out and try to prepare. What about retirees? What can retirees do to prepare?
So retirees, generally, you're looking more at, do I convert something that is a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA? So they're looking at conversions, but also looking at strategies on how to withdraw the money. So do you take your money that you want to live on, or the money you want to spend? Do you take it out of your traditional IRA? Do you have a Roth IRA you could take some out of? Do you have just a non-qualified account that's not any kind of an IRA? And oftentimes you should take a little bit out of each one, depending on how
they're all taxed in a different way, correct? Some are like the traditional IRA, you're taxed when you take it out, but the Roth, you're
never
not
taxed on it. And traditional money, maybe that's a capital gains tax. And if your income is below a certain amount, the capital gains tax is my favorite rate, 0%.
I like 0% in taxes.
So a mixture of that, when you're retired, really planning out your withdrawal strategies can make a big difference in, at the end of the year, how much you've taken home.
That's good to know.
Yes.
What about just preparing throughout the year? What can we do now to be making all of these things more tax efficient?
Yes, so you do have until April 15th. You can do these contributions to the IRAs, depending on your income level, for 2024. So all the way up until tax time, April 15th, you can do, and check that out, April 15th. If that's falling on a Sunday, you have till the 16th. And so people often will tell
sometimes
me,
the
no,
date
it's not
waivers.
the 15th,
right.
but right in that time zone. But you need to do it before that. Really should probably be doing it in March. The reason they give you that extra time is because you can then figure out how much income did I make? Does it make more sense for me to put money in a Roth or in a traditional? Because you figured out your income and you want to get it done, usually I would say in March.
Okay. If someone has not thought of any of this before, is there any first step that you'd recommend people take?
First step, I would say, is just make sure that you're putting money into your 401k plan. Because that's going to, and if it's on the traditional side, it's going to knock down your taxable income in that year. So that's step one, and increase that as you go each year to try to get more and more in there. And then you can start working on your itemized deductions and where do you land. So you got to figure out what is an itemized deduction. Am I going to take the standard? Am I going to itemize? Can I maybe bunch 2 years worth of my charitable giving in 1 year and then nothing the next year and take the standard? So you gotta start figuring it out. That's the key.
Well, in the 401k, if people are like me, if it never hits your paycheck, then you don't miss it. So if it's out right away, then you've started your savings. And maybe with a minimal pain.
Yep.
All good.
Minimal pain.
Good advice, Carl Carlson. Appreciate you filling us in on all of that. And we'll be right back.